So take the club with your lead hand, hold it right out there like an umbrella. So that is in an absolutely perfect position. And you see how, you know, even the band that you have on that MySwing, right? So you notice how the heel pad of your hand is on top. Yeah. So if you hinge the wrist up and down, right? Go all the way down. So you don't feel your thumb rubbing up the club. No. Now go all the way up. And you don't feel like there's too much buckle going on here. It feels like there's some good support.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, good. So that would be a solid, you know, lead hand. Yeah. Now the trail hand, put the other hand on. So you'll feel how the two pads of your left hand fit right in the thumb.
Yeah.
And what you want is for this index finger to hook on. There. Now, push against my body. There. You feel how that index is hooked on?
Yeah.
So let's put it in front of the camera here. There we go. So push against my body. So you feel how that the knuckle of that index finger is on top of the grip.
Yeah.
So that now when you hinge, you feel it hinge on both snuff boxes together.
Right.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now get your posture. Good. So let's go to the top of the backswing and stop. All right. So as you get to the top of the backswing, what you're looking for is a nice set on both snuff boxes.
Yeah.
And you want to feel that the underside of that knuckle, which is, you know, it'll take you a little bit of time to stretch that tendon right there.
Yeah.
So go to the top again. Good. Keep that a little more extended.
Okay.
There, like that.
Okay.
So you feel now how this arm is bent but not collapsed.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say you're going fishing, and you want it to cast that line right over my head. Exactly. Load it. Cast it. Load it. There you go. Perfect. So as you load it, yeah, now let everything collapse. Let everything collapse. Could you cast it effectively this way?
No.
It'd be a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay. And now do that again. Cast it, load it. There we go. Do you feel just a little bit more tone in your load?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so in golf, we're going to be casting that way. So let's see you cast your fishing pole over there. Good, stop right there. Now notice you're getting a nice rotation there, then it's going to rehinge.
Right.
So let it rehinge on that. Okay. And then you can let that fold a little bit. There we go. Right. So now you let it fold and rehinge and keep that grip nice and secure. Okay. Now cast that way. There you go. Cast that way. Feel that nice little snap in each direction?
Yep.
Cast. There it is. Snap. Fantastic. That looks good, huh? So you see how there's a nice rotation of the forearms.
Yeah.
So in the backswing, that right hand pronates while the left hand supinates. Yep. And then the opposite occurs in the other direction. So if I were to give you a task of cutting grass in both directions, you'd want to feel that nice slinging cut. Sling, sling. Excellent. So that already is looking pretty darn good. Yeah. So let's go back to the grip. Now, you want to have just a little bit of closure in the face. Okay. Why is that? Do you remember how we wanted that club a little bit more closed?
Yeah, so that you can.
So when the hands lead, see that? So the hands are always going to lead in a downswing as you're cutting through. Yeah. So notice how the club face isn't closed anymore. Yeah. But at address, it'll seem to droop a little bit closed.
Yeah.
Okay? So your dandelion. Let's see a nice whipping cut through that dandelion stem. Okay, so what were you doing? Hitting the ball?
Hitting the ball, yeah, it was.
So let's see you whip through that. Perfect. Now, did you see where it passed?
Yeah, right in front of it.
So get just a smidge closer. Okay. That's it. Let's see you whip through that tee. Awesome. So where should you experience the peak speed in your swing?
Once I come through.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. So let me see a practice swing again, and let's hear that club whistle out here. Okay. That's better. One more time. There it is. Awesome. So eyes there, cut through the stem and out toward the target. Yeah, man. Look at that. Nice little draw. Right there. Nice and powerful. Yeah. And you just hit that 7-iron like over 150 yards. That was 155.
Okay, that's a good start.
That's an awesome start, man. So we looked at the grip.
Yeah.
You had your wrist hinge,
Yeah.
then your trail hand hooking on,
Yeah.
right? And we'll get you some bigger grips because them some real hands. All right, so push against my body.
Yeah.
Good. And we talked about these straps on the MySwing system are really cool because that strap, and what you can do is you put a strap around the hand here, and what you're looking for with the trail thumb is to hold that thumb against that strap. So if you push against my hand, there it is. So you got that beautiful V here with the index finger applying some nice, cutting action. And the thumb is designed just to come alongside so that when you hinge, the wrists at the top of the backswing and load up that fishing pole,
Yeah.
the club can't fall in that gap right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so go to the top of the backswing and stop. Load that fishing pole. Now, does that feel, looks like it's a little cramped up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get that small finger nicely hooked on. There we go.
Oh, so it goes.
It looks more like a football clamper than a golf clamper. Good. So, excellent. And from there, whip through, and you're casting that fishing pole out there. Do you feel that nice release?
Yeah.
Good. So gather, let it hinge, release through. Very good. So, close that face a little bit more. Do you remember why?
Yeah. So you
All right.
tap the ball.
That's it. So when you cut through the stem, that it'll be dynamically square through impact there. Good. And
Looking at the ball.
looking at the ball. Better. You know what we call that? Squirrel. So, excellent. So you see a stem to cut, right?
Yeah.
So set your head, right? So we talked about the head there, and we wanted that head to be tilted a little bit back this way. Can you feel now how you're going to be able to cut through the stem along the ground?
Yeah.
So whip through the stem along the ground. Good. Just now the head position, you're not trying to keep the head like that.
Okay.
I just want you to put 2 and 2 together and say, hey, I can cut this through the stem a lot better that way.
Okay.
And now just stick to your task. Whip through the stem. Yeah, much better. So eyes on the grass, whip through the stem. There you go. So we can close the face a smidge more. Awesome. Now we got the drawback.
Right.
Okay. Grip's decent. So what are you going to get ready to do? Cut through stem that way?
Right.
All right. Now, the way to cut the stem. Now, notice you're kind of working a little hard.
Yeah. I'm thinking too much about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to feel like you're going to be whipping through that stem
Using the
easily.
using
Yeah.
the gravity of the foot.
Yeah, exactly. Feel the weight of that arm club unit. So you're going to feel the weight of your arms and club cut through that stem. And to help you with the feet already, what we can do is just toe the feet open a little bit.
Toe it up.
Yeah, excellent. So a nice whipping cut through the stem that way. All right. So do you feel with the feet a little more open, there's a little more freedom in the range?
Yeah, there's a little more stability, for sure.
Excellent. Whip through the stem that way. Awesome. So already you can see more stability going on in there, right? Well, that foot position looks awesome. Good. So, we've got a nice solid grip, nice posture, cut through. And that was me. I'll let you get your bearings here. Good. So what would you do on the next one? That one flared a little to the left.
Close the foot face a bit more.
Yep. exactly. And what are you going to focus on there?
Focus on hitting the stem of the ball a bit more.
Here we go. All right. So to stabilize your center a little bit more, so we're going to turn you from a gardener to a carpenter. All right?
Okay.
So I got my little board right here. And what we're going to do is imagine the ball is the head of the nail, and the club face is the head of the hammer.
Yeah.
And show me how you would position yourself to squeeze that ball through that door frame.
Position my head.
Just show me how you would normally do it if you wanted to crush that ball into that door frame. So notice where your head is? It's behind the door frame. Notice how it's tilted this way.
Yeah. So you gotta,
Exactly.
you gotta
So
see through.
exactly. So if you put your head on that side like this, well, now aren't you drilling that sucker into the floor?
Yeah, because your angle is bad.
Yeah.
It's just gonna go into the ground rather than forward.
Exactly.
That's the board.
So exactly. So let me see you go through the door frame now.
Okay.
And now also feel like you're applying some pressure against it. So you should feel a little more weight on that right side.
Right.
Feel like your left side is holding you against that door frame. So if you take a backswing right now,
Okay.
so you don't want to feel like you're moving away from the door frame. Notice how your weight's going outside your back foot?
Yep.
And your head just moved off the door frame.
Right. Yeah. I noticed that.
You feel that?
Yeah.
So how are you going to get back to the door frame? So you're going to have to work double time to try and position yourself back here.
Yeah.
So let me see you stay in a position that would allow you to squeeze that ball into the door frame. Yeah, again.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I have to swing all the way back here.
Right.
Right.
So you see how it's going to make that backswing more efficient.
Right. It will, because your eye's still on the ball. You don't look back away and then try to find it again.
Exactly. So you keep your eyes there
Okay.
and feel how you're staying centered with the door frame. So backswing. Do you feel like you moved off?
No, not much at all.
Not much?
Or like more my weight.
Yeah,
To the right side.
exactly. So let's see you do that again. Now, would you be able to squeeze it straight in without hitting the floor from there?
Yeah, I'll be able to, because I'm.
Let me see. So you notice you kind of hit the floor a bit here?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see that.
So you want to feel like you're going to be able to come straight in without hitting the floor.
Okay.
Yeah. Better. You're still hitting the floor. There it is.
Okay.
Now you didn't move off of it.
Oh, so you don't have to move off it. You just
At all, exactly. So the
Yes.
weight of your arms moving in this way is going to shift plenty of weight. You don't have to shift your center on top of that, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to move the board like Lucy and Charlie Brown. All right?
Yeah.
So let's see you squeeze through the door frame with the weight of your arms and hammer. Yeah, all right.
Holy crap.
Very good. So there's your door frame.
Yeah.
Squeeze through the door frame with the weight of the hammer.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right, so stay with the task,
Yep.
squeezing through the door frame. Awesome. So imagine now you got a sledgehammer. You're going to heave that sledgehammer and really tag through, drive that nail through that board.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Okay.
You're a better carpenter than a gardener.
That is true.
Very nice.
Amazing.
How about that, dude?
How about them apples?
So notice the spray angle just went like that, and you're right between the poles onto the green.
Yeah, and the effort level's gone down.
Gone a lot, exactly. So if you had to drive a nail through a door frame all day,
Yeah.
you wouldn't yank that hammer around, especially if it's a sledgehammer.
No, it's
right?
not, yeah, you just break the foundation.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that for today's lesson. I'll let you practice that.
Yeah.
So you're going to practice your grip. So just before we stop, show me that grip again.
Okay.
Show me that index finger of your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now go put some pressure against the ball with that left index finger. Can you see how that's going to help your hammer squeeze better?
Yeah, it does.
There's the purpose of your grip. So notice how that hand's pushing that way.
Mm-hmm.
These two fingers here are leveraging against that pressure point there.
Yeah.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Awesome. So Hey, man, that's a good start. How do you like it?
I love it. It's good stuff.
Great work.
Thanks,
Nice to
man.
have you on board, man.
Thanks, man.
Stay tuned for next week. We're going to do some more stuff with Moo. All the best. So after just a little bit of work, we did the arm motion and we opened up the feet, and then we gave him a task of a little more centering task, which is driving that nail into that door frame. And wow, what a big difference we got. Take a look. So if I do, this is the swing we just did on the sledgehammer, right? So at address, we fixed the foot position, by the way, which is great. The sensors just need to be adjusted. Top of backswing, look at how much more solid that looks. It doesn't look collapsed like the previous one. And notice how the weight is a lot more inside. See, the center of gravity is more inside that back foot, and you're not losing the weight to the outside, right? And then as we're coming back, let's look at impact. Ooh, look at that. Now you see how on the way down, look at how you're maintaining that lag so much better. Doesn't that look like somebody driving through?
Right.
See that? Because normally at this point, you'd see the club stretched out when somebody's trying to hit a ball.
Right.
But because you were trying to drive a nail through a door frame, then you were able to retain that angle. And then let's go with, let's do it in slow motion here. See that? And then notice at the end of your swing, how more inside you were that lead leg. So here it is. Hi, George. ¿Cómo se va? Yes, sir. Good. Yes, be right with you. Down and through. There it is. So if we do a little comparison, this one here was your duff, and this one here would be your sledgehammer. Okay, and we'll move that in slow motion. We'll move this out of the way. There we go. So at the top of the swing, see how much more outside the legs you were and how collapsed you were at the top of the backswing?
Right. My gravity was just all over the map.
Exactly. So look at the massive improvement we did in like 20 minutes, half an hour, right?
Yeah.
So just with the fishing analogy, load the fishing pole and the door frame, and keeping the feet a little more open so that the weight tends to stay naturally inside. Look at that. So now I'll let you go out and practice, bud.
Thanks, man.
Awesome work.